Hi, my name is Whimsy, and today I am a captured Russian soldier that's been taken in by the Eastern. This is a platoon came in from the east. I have a couple troop movements I want to talk about for anyone that's watching. That might be of benefit. As I had said in previous remotes, when I scan the grid using CRV, the lasso is being pulled. So from the east, coming this way. Now they're taking Kharkiv. I also saw that there was a burial site that they would find. They found a burial site of 500 people. There was one on the east, but there's another one on the southeast. The other thing I wanted to say, and I had mentioned it before, is that the new military, the new unit that went in from the north, that they were using, they went in from the north and they went very quickly, northwest to south, taking that south. They went very, very, very fast. They went so fast that they literally flew past the Russian soldiers that were hiding in bushes. So where the soldiers literally had nowhere to go. They couldn't go west because the platoon was coming. So what they did was they did exactly what the general had from the east had planned and told us about. They encircled them. So they all fled. They flew right past them with the jeeps, and they bombed, and it scared everybody, and they all fled this way. But the problem for them is that the guy was pulling them in, right? He's pulling the lasso. He's bringing in these troops from the east. And so they're now trapped between in West Kherson, basically. And so if you're trying to find those soldiers, you're going to find them in a line hiding all along Western Kherson. East, is it? Yeah. How would you go? I'm so confused. You know what I mean. If I'm going north to south, then yeah, east of Kherson, east of Kherson. So they ran east to avoid the Western invasion so they ran east, but then the people in the east were going west. And so now we've got them all encircled there. Can everybody see that? Like, I don't have my thing here. So that group is east of Kherson. And that was just where they went to, was in a valley east of, where else are we going to go? So they know. The military is so advanced, their knowledge is so advanced that they knew precisely where they were taking those people. So that's where they are. And now I want to, that is the HCRV. That is me using classic remote viewing to scan a grid and to locate targets. And so that is what happened. And that is where you will find them, but I can say it publicly because it's it's information that the military already has, because they're the ones that created the lasso and know exactly how to pull it so they can get all those troops into that valley where they're vulnerable, and then they can surrender. Okay. Now I want to take you to the scene of HCRV. Hi, I am a captured soldier. I'll try and find the location I'm from. I can describe the room. So this must have been Luhansk. I was probably captured in Luhansk. I was captured in West Luhansk. I'm a Russian soldier. I was captured in what appears to be Western Luhansk. if that's how it's pronounced, but I can see the area and I can feel the emotions. And I can tell you that I was physically exhausted at the time I was captured. We had kind of shut down. We hadn't had food in I hadn't had food in 48 hours. There was kind of this psychological feeling that we had kind of gone to the lowest place we could go, and that we were just accepting our death. And we surrendered. We were very weak. And we were brought into this room where we were put on, we had to sit on benches. And they made us take all of our identity papers and open them up so that they could read them, and put them in front of our feet so that when they walked past us, they could see our ID information, get it, write it down. We were simply to put it in front. Our hands were not bound. We were told not to kick the paper. Somebody kicked the paper. I saw a Ukrainian soldier beat a Russian soldier for kicking his paper. Two Ukrainian soldiers beat a Russian soldier who kicked his paper. And they were not horrible to me, the Ukrainians. I mean, my feeling was, we're captured. This is what happens in warfare. People get kicked, people get shoved. I mean, the guy got beaten up, okay? And then as I was sitting there and feeling defeated, this guy came in. And he was wielding a tray. And it was like sectional tray. It was almost like one of those airline trays. It was this big tray, and he rolled it in, and it had paper bags of lunches for the POWs. And I remember thinking, after the guy got kicked, and I was feeling so low, and then I saw that tray come in with that food, and it was like I kind of became alive again, because I realized that they were going to feed us, and our own military didn't feed us, but the Russians aren't feeding us, but we came to their country, we invaded them, we did terrible things. We were abandoned here to die by our leadership. They didn't leave us food. And then the people who captured us gave us food and water. And I just didn't expect that kindness from the Ukrainians. But I mean, sandwiches looked like it was a sandwich, apple, and a bottle of water. Like some type of meat sandwich with an apple's water. They gave bottle to make sure we were hydrated. Everybody got bottled water. I was very surprised, and I was a little humbled that they did that for us. I really didn't think they would feed us. And then the guy came in and he registered us all, got all of our papers, and we were put into a large area when we just slept on the floor, but that was okay because we're soldiers and we're used to that. That's kind of what it happens. It's very common for us to sleep on the floor, so that wasn't it's nothing bad about it. So we were taken into a large area and we all slept together on the floor. And to be honest with you, it was the first time I had felt safe in a very long time. And I don't know how this war will end, but to be honest with you, I'm glad I'm captured at this point. I don't know if I'm ever going to see my brother again. My younger brother again. I don't know if I'm going to see my mom again. I feel very guilty and ashamed when I think about them because I think about how much they worry about me and the fact that I did this to them. I caused this. I caused them to worry. This is tonight's remote.